Good morning students, welcome back to the online class. In the previous class, we discussed the tables, records and the database, and also we discussed the keys, that is primary key, candidate key, composite key and also the alternate key. Now, today we are going to discuss the key, that is foreign key. One other key that is called foreign key. So what is foreign key? A foreign key is what? A foreign key is a key which is used to link two tables together. Okay, it can create a link between two tables. When I am using two tables and I want that two tables should be linked each other, then we have to use the foreign key. Okay, now foreign key means what? The foreign key is a field or is a collection of fields that is in one table that refers to the primary key in the another table. Means it refers to the primary key in the another table. It is called foreign key. Now, in the book, you can see page number 169. There is an example given below. You can see here there is a table called order table. You can see I am already draw this table. It is the order table. Here in the table there are 5 attributes: item number, item name, order number, company ID and company name. And these are the values of this table. Now you can see in the company ID C01, C02 and C02 again repeated, C03 and C01. Now you can see here C01 and C01, C02, C02. These values are repeated again and again. So it is a big problem for the company who store these information. Okay, so for a reason we have a solution for this problem. So now see, what is the solution? You can in the book you can see here. So for this, avoiding this repetition again and again, there are two ways we can do this. One is restructure this table into two tables. Means this table can be restructured in two different tables. Okay. And the next one is that first table. This is the first table. The first table can contain. This is the first table. The first table can contain item number, item name, order number and company ID. And the second table contain company ID, company name. This is the first table. This is the first table and this is the second table. Now, this table is divided into two different tables. Okay? The first table contains this attribute and the second table contains these two attributes. Okay? So, in this way, we can avoid these repetitions. Okay? Now see. Now see, in the order table, you can see, in order table, you can see there are 4 attributes: item number, item name, order number and company ID. Now, you can see this C01, C02, C03, C03 and C01. This is the company ID. Again, in the company details, there are 2 attributes: company ID and company name. Now, this table contains a primary key. This is the primary key of this table. Okay. Now see, from this table we can link between these two tables with the help of this primary key. And here you can see the same attribute company ID is present. Okay. This is called foreign key. Means the foreign key is called foreign key. Foreign key means what? A foreign key is used to link between these two tables. Okay. Now in the book you can see here a foreign key means what? A foreign key is a field or a group of fields that is used to establish a link between the two different data of a table. Okay. You can create the link between these two tables with the help of this primary key in the another primary key, but this primary key is called a foreign key. Okay, this primary key reference from this primary key. You understand now? This table reference from this table. Okay, so that's why this table is called referencing table. Referencing table. Referencing table. And this table is called reference table. Reference table. Okay. This table is called reference table and this table is called referencing table. Okay, understand? So that's why you can see here the table containing the foreign key. The table containing the foreign key is called the child table. It is also called the child table. It is also called the child table. Okay, where the foreign keys exist, this table is called the child table. And now see, another table containing the candidate key or primary key, that is called the parent table. It is called the parent table. Means that this is the candidate key. Okay, so this table is called the parent table. Okay, understand? And this table is called child table. Okay, now see, in the company ID and company ID, these two ID is same attribute of different table. So that's why we can join between this table with the help of this company ID and this company ID attribute. Now you can see C001 is what? This company name is Alan. So C001, here is Alan, here is Alan company name. Okay, C002 means what? Macro. The company name is Macro. So Z02 and 02 same is Macro. It is not going to repeat again and again. It is not going to repeat again and again. So that's why we can divide this table into two different tables. So this is with the help of a foreign key. Okay, understand? So that's why a foreign key is a key used to link between two tables together. This is a very easy example. Now I am going to give another example. Say example. For example, this is the student table. For example, this is a student table. Another example is called a student table. Okay. This is roll number, name, and marks. 1, 2, name Rahul, Raj, marks 450, 460. Now, and roll number 3, there is another name is say Suresh, marks is 490. Now see, this table contains the marks of the students. Now I am going to link this table in the student information table. This is the student information table. Now in the roll number, you can see there is again the roll number, student's address, and student's phone number. Okay. Okay. Now see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, address say Delhi, Chennai, Mumbai, and Guwahati. Say phone number something. Okay. Now see, in this two table there are two primary key. Here you can see in the marks table. In the marks table is the primary key. Okay, and this is the primary key. We can create link between these two tables with the help of another primary key. It is the roll number here. But this roll number is not the primary key, but this roll number is a foreign key. This roll number is a foreign key. Why? Because this roll number reference the value from this table. Okay, so that's why a primary key or a foreign key is used to link between these two tables. Means two table is linked. With the help of this foreign key, roll number or this roll number. This is called the parent table and this is called the child table. Okay, this is called the reference table and this is called the referencing table. Now you can see, if I get the roll number 1 name is Rahul 450 and his address is Delhi and phone number is something this phone number. Okay, so address, phone number, but here only name and marks. If I want to get the information of this students roll number 1, then I can I can get the information from these two different tables, but with the help of a foreign key. It is very important in database. With the help of foreign key, we can create link between to this table. Okay, so understand this thing, foreign key. Okay, thank you. Now next thing is what is relational. Now next thing is what is relational database management system, RDBMS. The next point is RDBMS. RDBMS. Next thing is RDBMS. RDBMS means what? Relational database management system. Relational database management system. Write this thing. Relational database management system. Okay, relational database management system. So before going to start the RDBMS, first I am again go to the previous chapter when I discuss the database. What is database actually? Database system. Database means what? It is a collection of tables. It is a collection of different tables. Okay? Means what? Database means what? It is a collection of tables. But a database system is found in two ways. One is structured database, structured, and one is unstructured. Okay? Structured means what? Structured means what? Structured means the whole table is in the table wise or table form. Okay? It is totally structured from it. For example, tables. So tables are what? Tables are what? Collection of rows and columns. This is called structured, means tables. So structured means what? This is the example of structured means RDBMS. RDBMS. RDBMS is a structured database management system. Means what? A relational database management system. A relational means what? What is the meaning of relation? Relation means what? Tables. Whole means data will be stored in the form of tables. So that's why it is called structured. For example, when I using say Facebook or say YouTube's, say Amazon's, okay, all the things are coming what? In a structured way. Okay, for example, I want to book a flight. Okay, so where I go? We go to makemytrip.com, say go, I go. So maybe sometimes I'm going to Clear Trips. So in the Clear Trips or go, I go, we can first what? We can first search the flight from Delhi to Bangalore. Okay, and first what? I'm first searching. If I search the flight from Delhi to Bangalore, what happened? Like what? When I using in this way, becoming flight number, date, and its rate. Okay. Now see, in this way, the result will be coming. Means there is a structured way. Okay. I am choosing a flight and say this flight number is number 1, and that is say 18 January 2020. Okay, and the rate is 5,500. Okay, the values will be coming in a structured way. Okay, in a structured way the value will be coming. So this is called a structured data format. Means RDBMS means what? It is a structured collection of data. Relation means what? A table. Relation means what? A table. So all the information are stored in the form of table. So that's why it is called structured. Okay, understand? So another thing is unstructured. Unstructured means what? It is not structured way. For example, the web pages. The web pages. The web pages are what? The web pages are unstructured. It is coming like you can see some breakup is coming. After that, some image is coming, and after that, in the below part, some videos that coming. So it means what? It is not a structured way. It is unstructured way. The web page is developed. So that's why it is called an unstructured database systems. But in RDBMS, all the things are in structured way. RDBMS means what? It is a structured data format. Nowadays, nowadays 90% company use unstructured system, because nowadays unstructured format is very popular. I don't know why, but structure is always very popular, because all the things are coming in the structured way, in table wise, in table rows and column wise. So we are not going to difficult to search anything. Okay. So whenever you using say like Flipkart, when I search any mobiles, say like Samsung Galaxy S20 or S10, and there are various formats coming. This S10 range means S10, S20, S9, S10. So this rates and discount, how many percent is discount in this rate. So this is coming in the structured way. So I think the big company always use structured format, because they want the data in a tabular format. So that's why structured format is very useful in every company. So this is the database system. Now in relational database management system is what? It is used to manage the system. It is used to manage the system. In the book you can see here, this is a software that manages like creation, modification, deletion, addition or of data. That is means what? That is means what? Means what? In RDBMS, we can RDBMS is what? RDBMS is a software. It is used to manage the database, manage the database system, manage the database systems. For example, I can add any data, I can delete any information, I can update, I can cancel. Okay, I can also modify any item. So this operation, this is called the operation. This is called the operations. This is called the operations. So means what? We have to do some operations. From where? From RDBMS. This software is used to do these operations. For example, in Facebook, I want to change my name. I want to change my address. Okay. For example, I want to change my profile picture. So means what? I can update things. I want to delete my account. Means what? Delete things. Okay. I want to add new friends. A new friend means I am going to add. I am going to modify something. So all these things is called operations. So we can do this operation with the help of this with the help of this RDBMS. So RDBMS is a software which is used to manage the database systems. Like we can add, can delete, we can update, we can cancel, we can modify any operations, these things. So it is very useful in company. So big company. So nowadays in every company, say like Google's, Facebook, WhatsApp, Amazon, Flipkart, every company use RDBMS. So that user can easily add, easily delete or easily change any operations with the help of this RDBMS. Okay, understand? So RDBMS is very important in every company or every school, every university, everything. For example, in our Pragjyotika, say one new student coming to, and there one new student coming, say class 9, he want to join. Okay, means what? Add new student. Okay, means a new student coming means what? add a new students. So in a database, his name, his address, his phone number, his parents' name, his date of birth, all these things is added in the database. In the database, all the things are added. For example, one existing student in the class 9, he is now transferred to another city. So that's why his means what? His information is delete. His information is deleted from the server. So in this way, the operation will be happen in the server with the help of this RDBMS software. So RDBMS software is very useful in every company. Nowadays, a lot of RDBMS software is available in the market. For example, MySQL, SQL, Oracle, MS Access is also a RDBMS software. So these are the examples of RDBMS software. We can use this RDBMS software to manage our database system. So it's very important in a company to use these types of software systems. So I think you understand this concept. Now, one more thing, last things I want to say, that in the dot clearing session only few students present in the Google Meet. The other is not present. Only 6 to 7 students present in the Google Meet. That is the dot clearing sessions. In this week I attend 2 classes, dot clearing session, but only few students, that's only 6 to 7 or 7 to 8 students coming in the Google Meet dot clearing session. I don't know what happened in the other students. I think they are all understand these things, or they are not interested to clear your doubts. So you are all understand means all these things you understand means, I think, or you are not interested to clear your doubts. So please students, come in the dot clearing session. It's very important for you. It is helpful for you, because in the dot clearing session you can give the doubts. You can give me the doubts. You can clear your doubts. You ask me your questions. Yes, sir, I'm not understand this concept. Please repeat again. I can again repeat. Okay? So this is very important for you. Please come in the dot clearing sessions. I'm always waiting. Okay? In the routine wise, you please come. Before 15 to 20 minutes ago, I give the link in the WhatsApp group, so that you can easily connect, easily join our groups, means easily join our Google Meet session. So please students come, because it is very important for you. Okay? I think you understand these things. So take it very seriously. Thank you everybody. And I think you understand this concept. If you not understand this concept, please do comment me. Okay? Thank you everybody. Thank you. Stay at home. Be safe. Thank you everybody. Have a nice day. Thank you.